our virtual news conference earlier today and heard from our medical director and the national president of Planned Parenthood. I will be repeating some of those remarks and talking about what happened, and I'm glad to do individual interviews after this. Joined here with me today are many supporters and donors who make our health care possible. And also with me is Senator Tamika Isaac Devine and Sue Berkowitz with South Carolina Appleseed. They will be talking about other aspects of Medicaid that are impacted by this decision. As you know, today the Supreme Court said that individuals have no right to sue the federal government to protect their rights. This has long been a right of individuals since Reconstruction era, back when the states did not give formerly enslaved people rights. So that is a law that Congress passed that said you can sue to protect your rights. And after a lot of precedents, former rulings, and more than 100 years of practice, the Supreme Court reversed themselves today and said an individual cannot sue the state, cannot sue the federal government. Know that this does not go into effect today. The Supreme Court has remanded, which means send back the case to the circuit court, and we don't know when that will be scheduled, but I imagine at that point they will lift the injunction and the governor's executive order from 2018 can go into effect, meaning 1 million Medicaid patients in South Carolina no longer have the free will to choose the provider of their choice. Now, let's be clear, the state never argued that Planned Parenthood was unqualified. They simply argued that Medicaid money is fungible, so it must be paying for abortion. Let's be clear, Medicaid does not pay for abortion, not in South Carolina. Federal law says Medicaid can pay for an abortion in cases of rape, incest, and life of the pregnant person. None of those abortions in those exceptions have happened at Planned Parenthood. Those have happened at hospitals, and they are rare. I think the last several years there have been none, even at hospitals that fit that exception. What it does mean is that our patients will no longer be able to come to us for their annual well woman exams, the pap smear, the breast exams, the people who rely on us for sexually transmitted infections, testing and treatment. That will not be available. No more birth control for Medicaid patients from Planned Parenthood. Now, the governor has said, there's so many other Medicaid providers. We know that's a fallacy. There are not. We have a dire shortage of Medicaid providers. When the governor first issued this executive order in 2018, we scrambled to find other providers who would care for our patients. What we found was there was no one who would see a patient in less than 3 months. Well, if you've got a problem, 3 months is unacceptable. So who are they going to go to? Meanwhile, the state is sending money to these anti-abortion clinics that provide no health care whatsoever. But the main reason that they've done this is clearly political. They want to shut down Planned Parenthood, and they want to have a backdoor ban for abortion. Well, 6 weeks is just as well be an abortion ban. People are suffering. We've seen people denied care already. But hear this, we are not closing our doors. We will continue to see our patients regardless of their insurance plan. Medicaid patients can still come to us, but we will not bill them, and obviously we will not bill Medicaid. But it's unfair to the people in South Carolina who already face incredible obstacles to health care in this state. This state has some of the worst health outcomes in the country, and this will only be exacerbated by today's ruling from the Supreme Court. It is a situation where instead of you deciding who your doctor will be, the state is deciding who your doctor will be, which just goes along to the state deciding what care you can get and can't get. And so this has been a continued effort to harm the women of this state. Make no mistake about it. Keep us quiet, keep us home, take us off the ballot, take away our right to vote. It's all planned. Planned Parenthood, you know? All right, I'll be around for questions, but first I want